Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Driving with Duck on YouTube, on Facebook. So, I want to do a video, and this is strictly about me, stuff that I go through. When I started these, probably about, 4 years ago? They started in my basement, where I used to live. And I really only talked about principles that matter to me, things that were important to me, in hopes that I would help somebody. And now it's kind of like evolved into this whole thing where I just want to talk about, things that I feel that would be beneficial to anyone, really. And this one is very important. This topic is kind of about principles and where you stand, right? So here we go. I heard a song. Shouts out to Joyner Lucas, by the way. An E40 Ti. I heard the song. I stand on that, right? This song is fire. I love the track. I love the beat. Everything like that. And just those 4 words, I stand on that. And the force with which you can say that. You got to be willing to stand on your own too, no matter what move comes next. You have got to be willing to stand by yourself when it comes down to it. Whatever it is that you believe in, you better be willing to stand on your own too when it hits the floor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you do something, people are going to look at you sideways and be like, why in the hell would you do that? And you better be willing to tell them, yo, I stand on that. No matter what you think about it, no matter how you feel about it, I stand on that. You can't tell me nothing, right, wrong, or indifferent. You got to be willing to stand by yourself. The strongest people are willing to stand on their own too, regardless of what anybody else thinks, regardless of what anybody else says. There's a principle of some things. There are times in life where people are going to go to treat you dirty and say things to you and treat you a certain type of way. And sometimes you got to break away for your own good. And it's not that it's the smartest thing to do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I give women a lot of credit simply because, it takes a lot for a woman to leave an abusive relationship. It takes a lot for a woman to leave when she is not the breadwinner in the relationship, but her boyfriend is emotionally abusive. It takes a lot for a woman to leave when the man in the relationship, let's say, is the one that's taking advantage of the situation. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot for even a man to leave when they're in the same situation. It's not a gender specific role, I guess. I guess I'm wrong when I say that. It could go either way. But, it takes a lot for a person to leave even a job when, they're being treated a certain way and they're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Jobs ain't easy to come by nowadays. But it takes a lot for a person to say, fuck this, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go ahead and make it work on my own. And they got to go out there and hustle. You know what I mean? I'm not saying hustle as in go out and sell drugs and do illegal activity. But I'm saying they go out there and do what they got to do to feed their kids. Maybe they'll go out and take a job that pays a little bit less, but work more hours to be happy. You know what I mean? Instead of working that job that makes them feel some type of way when they walk through the door every day. You got to be willing to stand on whatever it is, your principles, you know what I'm saying, that will get you through the day to day. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to stand on that every single day, no matter what it is. A lot of times people are going to talk shit about you and they're going to always have something to say about what you do. But nah, you got to be willing to stand on that. No matter what. People are going to have stuff to say about who you're friends with. People are going to have stuff to say about what you do. Shit, as far as I know, people are probably going to have shit to say about me doing these videos and me being the person that, makes these videos. And, who is he to tell me how to live my life and try and offer up advice and trying to be a positive person? He's the most negative person in the world. He's a person that's always talking the most shit about people. He's a person that is always pissed off about his life and the direction it's taken. And I'm also the first person that always says, my life is not perfect. I lay my head down and I sleep on one side at a time. I have days where I'm pissed off at the world and I'm pissed off at everybody in it. But I wake up in the morning and I still grind and I still get the job done every single day because I know myself. I know I'm willing to stand on my own too by myself. even when the shit comes to pass and when the shit hits the fan, you always know Duck's always going to be standing there, even if it's by himself. He's going to stand on his word. It is what it is. Every day. I don't care who's with me. I mean, my roster has changed so many freaking times in life where I've thought I've had, a secure line to back me up, and they all disappear. And it's been me on my own. And the shit works for me. So I stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Albeit some days some people like me get tired of fighting, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stand by myself, because that's exactly what it takes to get through the day to day. This life is not an easy one to live. And I'm not talking about my life, I'm talking life in general. The type of world we live in. Do you realize we got people getting shot over getting cut off in traffic? We got people getting killed because of the color of their skin. We got people losing jobs because of opinions that they have on social media. And I'm not just talking about white people or black people. I'm talking about people literally getting fired from their jobs because of what they post on social media. I actually have been spoken to about what I post on social media. And it's not even anything negative. It's just me posting stuff on social media. I've got spoken to. Just by me being polite and freaking posting anecdotal shit on social media. I've been spoken to about it. Legit. This is the type of life and world that we live in today. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely insane, the type of world that we live in. That you can't be a person that is lighthearted and funny, but this is the world that we live in now. So you have to stand on your principles and on your own too every single day. And you got to be willing to stand on your own too by yourself, even if that means sometimes you got to say, you know what, fuck it, I had enough. And do it by yourself, and people are going to call you crazy and say you're insane, but you got to be just insane enough to make that shit work for you. Stand on that. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. I mean, within reason now, don't get it started. I mean, you can't have one leg and go into an ass-kicking contest thinking you're gonna win, all right? Let's leave it at that. I mean, some things people are built for, some things people aren't built for. You feel me? Like, I mean, if you, if you've never thrown a punch in your life and you're talking about you're gonna go fucking fight in the octagon, right? And you're gonna try and go for the lightweight championship. You're not built like that. Someone's gonna tell you, listen, you're not built like that. You're not gonna do that. Don't get pissed off, all right? Don't be that person at all. You know what I mean? But you gotta be willing to stand on it. You gotta be willing to stand on what you are, I guess. That's expanding it further, right? You always have to be willing to stand on what you are, okay? Don't go stepping outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your comfort zone, but don't step above your weight class, all right? Don't act above your pay grade, all right? You need to work your way up to that. You know what I mean? And that's a part of that mirror challenge thing that I've talked about in the past. If you know who you are and you know where your levels are, your weaknesses and your strengths, and you work on your weaknesses so well that they become your strengths, and then your strengths become your weaknesses, you can keep building on that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna have like you're for example, you're not gonna be like someone like me that's just getting back into powerlifting and then turn around and say, oh, I'm gonna go compete in World's Strongest Man right now. I'm gonna go try and do qualifiers right now. That takes years of training. Unless you have really awesome genetics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that right now. I know that takes time, and some of it is age. It's gotten away from me. Some of it I'm just not going to be able to do. Could I try the impossible? Yes. Would I expect to get in there somehow? Yeah, I'll train for it. But if I don't, I know that there's a possibility that I won't. So it's okay if I don't. But you have to work towards that goal. Stand on that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard going through every day. It's hard living in this world that we live in. Like I said, man, there's so many difficult things that we go through every day as people, We don't need extra bullshit added to our lives. We do what we can and deal with what we have. Don't add any unnecessary extra bullshit to what you're going through every day. You feel me? You don't need to. Take what you take, handle what you handle. But don't bring any extra unnecessary bullshit. Be willing to stand on what you are. You don't need that extra bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you go do something now and you get in trouble, you get arrested, you are going to go to court, and if you take it to trial, you're getting judged by 12. The court of law is skewed enough, but the court of public opinion is 1,000 times worse. And actually, in the court of public opinion, you don't even need any evidence against you. All you need is someone else's evidence against you, and it doesn't have to be in your favor or against you. It just has to be something that they believe. And that is way more dangerous, and it is way more condemning one way or another. So whatever you do in this life, whenever you do something, whatever moves you make, you better make sure you're willing to stand on that. And I think for me, that's one of the things that people don't like. The fact that I know my weakness, I know where I fall apart, I know where I'm no good, I know where my levels are shit. So when people got something to say about it, I'm like, you know what, it's all good. I'm fine with that. Because at the end of the day, people don't like me because I'm well-spoken, because I talk white, or, I may act white. But that's okay, because I'm not one of these young bucks that runs around talking about, yo, nigga, this, fuck that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my kids. I'm a fairly decent father, even though I'm intense and, I always tell my kids the truth. And when they fuck up, I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm honest with them, and I tell them, you fucked up. You need to fix that. I don't tell them I'm going to fix it for them. And people hate that. My kids hate that mostly, but, I hear about how I act white all the time, and it is the most annoying thing ever. But I'm going to stand on who I am because I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm 42 years old, and I'm just realizing I'm comfortable in my skin. Very comfortable. Now, does it mean I don't have to work on me? No, I'm a work in progress. I work on me every day, but I am willing to stand on that every single day. I will stand on that. I'll stand on whatever beliefs I have. I'll stand on that. And if I said it, I meant it. That's it. If I say something to somebody and it hurts their feelings, oh, fucking well, I meant it. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it. And if I don't fuck with somebody, I'll stand on that. And if I don't like somebody, I'll stand on that. And if I walk away from something or someone, be it a job, a situation, or whatever, I stand on it. And if I walk away from anything, I'm walking away because of two things. One, because I don't like the situation, or two, because I don't like someone in the situation. And I respect myself. And even if I don't like the person, I still respect them enough to not make the situation get hot to where we have a problem and someone's getting fucked up, so I'm leaving. And that's it. That's how I live my life. That's how I roll. And that's the way I think everybody should be. Don't stick in a situation where, excuse me, it's going to make everybody be uncomfortable and there's going to be a bigger problem. Just calmly walk away. Be like, you know what? This ain't for me. I'm out. And call it a day. Stand on that. Stand on your principles, on your laurels. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. It's a quote that I've always loved and a quote that I've always lived. Don't be falling for every single thing. Don't be gullible. Don't let nobody trick you into sticking around for shit that you don't need. If it don't add to you, subtract it. If it don't build you up and make you better, subtract it. Remember, you've got to stand on that. On whatever it is in your life, make sure you stand on it. If people don't bring value to you, if they don't add to you, if they don't make your mountaintop higher so you could scream your own praises, so you could pump yourself up and get ready to go for the next day, toss that shit down. King of the mountain every day. If they're not helping you sing your praises, get them the fuck off your mountain. Peace. Deuces. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I just want you to know that, listen, I'm with you. I'm always going to help whoever you are sing your praises. So remember, on Facebook, hashtag Driving with Duck. Hit that subscribe button so you can see all the newest videos. Like the video, and really that's it. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you on the next video. But right now I'm headed to the gym. So as always, it's love and light, people. And remember this, no matter what happens, no matter what comes my way, I'm always stand on that. What I am, always, I'm gonna stand on that. Peace. Later.